Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm here with my it's February, so it's going to be my January favorites. And I know it's a little bit late and I have an excuse every month it seems. This month's excuse is that I had two midterms and a paper last week, so there was really no way of me to get this up in time. And also last Thursday was Lunar New Year, and we celebrate that for a really long time. So I went back and celebrated with my family, so didn't have time to do this video. Yeah, so Happy New Year to all of you guys who celebrated it, and I hope you get a good haul and that you get to spend some really quality time with your friends and your family. Okay, so I'm going to try to finish this up before my roommate gets back. But if you hear an interruption or like hear a door open, it's probably her. Okay, so I don't have that many items for this month. I only have 4. Well, no, 5, I lied. Well, no, 4 for the month of January, but one of them I actually left out in my December favorites. So I'm going to just include it in this month's favorites. And I also have a bunch of products that I use on like a daily basis that I don't think I'm going to include in my favorites videos because they're just items that I use so often. I'll probably be putting them in a separate video. So without further ado, let's get started. First one is a perfume, and this is hands down my favorite perfume. As of now, it might change, who knows, but I picked this up. Oh, I should tell you what it is. This is one by Aeropostale, so it's one of the very inexpensive ones. This is a larger size, it was $19.50 I believe, and you can get slightly smaller size for $12.50. I'm not quite sure exactly how much product is in here, but you can definitely look it up at Aeropostale's website. This one, Aeropostale has a few perfumes, so this one is called, on the bottle it's called Pour Fille. I totally butchered French, but for girls, basically. On the website, it's just Fille, girls, and it's just it's a simple, yeah, I love it. It's kind of light, and it's not terribly sophisticated, but it's definitely not just one note of excuse me, it's not just one note of ridiculous sweetness, as you probably experienced with most cheaper perfumes. But I went on the website hoping that there would be a description of exactly what notes would be in here, and there's really no description whatsoever. So if you want to see if you like this, you're really just gonna have to go to the store and check it out. But I'm gonna try my best to decipher it for you. As I've said, it's kind of light. It's definitely not overpowering. Not terribly sophisticated, not spicy at all. It's quite feminine, but it's also very light. I can totally see adults wearing this too. It's not too girly for them, but at the same time, younger girls can definitely wear this without, I don't know, smelling too funky. So there's a little bit of citrus, and I think, ooh, stuffed in my nose, and a little bit of vanilla, I think, and a light floral scent. And it's just all mixed together so well. It's not heavy at all. Which is why I like it. And 1 spritz of this just on my wrists. I kind of rub it on my wrist a little bit and then on my neck, and it lasts the whole day. If you're gonna go out late at night, it might have faded a little bit, but it lasts a pretty long time for an expensive perfume. So really like that. Next one, okay, so this is Benefit's Coralisa, the infamous Coralisa. Smells, this one has a light floral and fruity scent to it. I hate the box because it can just fall out, but it's cute. I got this, or I redeemed 500 of my points at Sephora for this because this was at the time their 500-point prize. The price varies depending on what store you go to and at what time, and I don't know if it's available anymore. But yeah, so I got that one for free, and I don't know what the hype is. I don't know why that many people like it. I just like it because it gives like a very nice subtle glow to my cheeks. It does not show up that well, but it shows up enough for me. And honestly, if your skin tone's any darker than mine, my skin tone's not that dark. And if your skin tone's darker than mine, I honestly don't know how it's going to show up. You're probably just going to have to use this as a highlighter. Because, I don't know. It's not coral at all. I don't know why it's called Coralista. It's more like a light golden peach color. Don't know if you can pick that up. And if you want this to really show up, you're just going to have to pack it on because it's not terribly pigmented. It's just enough for me to get some glowy cheeks, and I can just slap it on my face with a really light daytime look and just run out the door. Obviously I don't always slap it on my face, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I've been liking this. This is like a no-brainer blush for me unless I'm going out at night and I want something a little bit more. Yeah, so that's that. That's Coralista. And okay, so the next product, moving right along. This is a brush by Sigma. This is their foundation brush, the F60. I used to really not like foundation brushes. I mean, I've liked one besides this one so far, but I just use my fingers when it comes to foundation. But last month my roommate turned 21, and I was doing her makeup. You know, I don't feel right just putting my hands over somebody else's face. I mean, makes them, well, she was okay with it. She's really sweet. But you know, with most people, they probably don't want their hands all over their face. So I just grabbed this brush and applied the liquid foundation over her face, and it's really smooth. Or the application is really smooth. It's not streaky at all. The bristles are, well, the brush is thick enough and the bristles are stiff enough so that there's some flexibility, but it's not just like a limp piece of thing, you know. And I don't know, it applied pretty well on her, so I tried it on myself, and it's soft, but it can get a little bit pokey if you're kind of, I don't know, depends on your application. It gets a little bit pokey, but it's not terribly uncomfortable. And I find that I do have to use a little bit more foundation with the brush because it does absorb some of the product, but I don't know, it works just fine. Oftentimes I use my fingers to kind of like blend things out for my eyes, or I'm using it for cream shadows so my hand can get down dirty, and if I don't have a wet wipe immediately near me, then it's just more convenient to use the brush as opposed to my fingers. So I've been liking this brush. My only gripe with this is that the handle's too big. It gets in the way sometimes. And I actually have a travel size somewhere of this brush, so I'll probably be using that one more often. But yeah, I love this brush. Again, this is the F50 by Sigma. Next item on the list is, okay, so this is a lip gloss that I got from Canada, and I don't know how you pronounce the brand. I've always thought it was Quo, but then my boyfriend's sister said it's Quo. So somebody correct me, please. The characteristic with this, the thing with this gloss is that, I don't know, what had me drawn initially is that they were really, really pretty, as you can see. I think there's at least 8 different shades, and this one's the one that I went with because I figured it could be one that I could wear lots. And when I was swatching them on my hand, I just absolutely loved the scent. It was like vanilla cupcake goodness. I wanted to eat the lip gloss, but I held back, don't worry. And what really convinced me into buying it was how opaque it is. It's very sticky formula, so it'll last a long time. But this is an opaque gloss. The lighting's probably crappy so you can't see that well, but it's very opaque. And unlike glosses lip glosses where you kind of swatch your hand and you think, oh, that's nice, and then you put it on your lips and you don't see it at all. I hate those glosses, they're so misleading. But this one's different. I have it on my lips right now, and I've recorded it. I think my roommate's back. And I recorded a few videos already, so you don't see it's as shiny. But it's very nice and glossy, it lasts a long time. I've been talking like non-stop for the last hour or so, and so you still see it there. Again, it's opaque. You don't need much of it. Once you take it out of the tube, that's enough or even more than enough product to go over all of your lips. So, hi Brittany. No, it's okay, come in. So it's actually more than enough product to go on your lips. And there you can see, well, I can see, you can't really see. You can see some very fine glitter. There's green, there's pink, there's gold, and it's just overall very flattering on your lips. This is available, I believe, in Canada only. You can find them at Shoppers Drug Mart. I think they're exclusive to Shoppers Drug Mart. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not Canadian, so I wouldn't know. But I will definitely be picking more of these up next time I go back. Very dangerous for my wallet, but that's how us beauty lovers roll, right? I think that was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have one more item, and this item is actually something that I left out of my December favorites. I don't know why. That's really terrible of me. But it's this is a 4-pan Inglot palette, and I've acquired this over a year ago. It was a birthday present. No, it was a Christmas present. And I heard about Inglot's Corin of Encore Makeup really long time ago. He has a really old video about Inglot, and I was just like, oh my god, I have to get my hands on Inglot makeup. And so for Christmas he got this palette for me, and I won't give him all the credit because one of the sales assistants helped him pick out the colors. But as you can see, these are all very, very easy to use colors. He picked out these two, I guess, and then I think she picked out these two. And I love this palette because you can use them. I can easily use all of them to put in a very dramatic look. I love the texture of the eyeshadows. They're very, very pigmented, as you've probably heard many of the YouTube gurus rave about recently. They're very, very pigmented. There's a little bit of fallout, but that can be easily overlooked. I actually use this for a tutorial. I believe it was called the Wearable Metallic tutorial eye makeup. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But I used this palette, and I didn't mention it too much because I don't know, Inglot wasn't exactly raging back then, and I figured it was pretty hard to get by, so I kind of been like, oh, so I use these colors and you're probably not going to be able to get them, but blah 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 blah. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But anyways, those are the few favorites that I have for the month of January, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next one. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.